So I think Tennessee this year has done a fairly good job of minority representation, particularly because this is the first time that I know of that we actually have more African Americans on the Democratic side than Caucasian Americans in the Democratic caucuses. I think in the Senate you have three out of the five, and in the House you have maybe about 14 out of the 26. And I'm saying this based on the fact that when my father served here from 1968 to 1994, the numbers were very scarce. Started out in 68 with three or four members, and then over the years increasing. And one would ask, well, what's the importance of that? There are many issues that face the African American community that need to be addressed, and oftentimes you can't address them unless you are living in that particular community because you do literally wake up to these issues. You see these problems when you go home every day. I still live in the same neighborhood that I grew up in, and sometimes when I tell folks that, they say, well, you still live on Buchanan Street? I say, yeah, because I don't ever want the people in my neighborhood to think that I've moved out away from them. I could live in any other part of the district, but I choose to stay where I grew up. That gives me a sense of reminder when I go home that there are issues that need to be addressed, that not everybody has the privilege to have a decent income. Some folks are still living below poverty line. And when I go to address those issues, I speak from a perspective of saying, hey, I heard gunshots in my neighborhood last night. I saw some dilapidated houses on my way home. I saw some vacant buildings, and I didn't see business development. So that allows me to get a perspective of saying, if we're going to treat all of our citizens as best we can, we need to have representation to speak to that issue.